Normally I don't divulge what people send me to my inbox because I feel that it should remain confidential. But in the case of when somebody hides their identity on YouTube, whatever I reveal publicly doesn't matter because their identity is already hidden on YouTube. And particularly Jehovah's Witnesses have a tendency of hiding their identity on YouTube, and they do post a lot of things to my inbox. And what I'd like to do is point out some things to a user by the name of JWTruth that posted to my inbox, wanted me to watch videos that supported the Watchtower Society that were supposedly from medical and military sources, which I in no way refute. I have no reason to refute those things. What this person goes on and says to me is this: I am not interested in having you or anyone wasting my time. So then finding out information about blood transfusion therapy and sickle cell anemia is somehow wasting your time? I would think that if the average lifespan of somebody with sickle cell anemia has doubled, had 30 years added to it, that would be something that would interest me if I was one of Jehovah's Witnesses. In case you don't know, sickle cell anemia is where two parents carry the sickle cell trait, they pass it on to their child, and the child now has a condition called sickle cell anemia where the red blood cells begin to sickle. They take on a sickle shape in their body and they get lodged and they begin to cause clotting. Medical science has used blood transfusion therapy over the past 30 years or so, and what this has done is doubled the lifespan of people with sickle cell anemia. The average lifespan was 30 years. Now the average lifespan is 60 years. I have a friend who has sickle cell anemia and he's in his 60s, and he has had to undergo blood transfusion therapy many times. He has not contracted AIDS. He has not contracted other loathsome diseases. He has not died from blood transfusion therapy. But then JWTruth goes on and says, yes, I could answer it all and look it up and send details, but I will not. Why not, JWTruth? Why not prove me wrong on blood transfusion therapy and sickle cell anemia? Then he goes on and states, as stated on my channel, I don't waste my time or debate with people. Of course you don't, JWTruth, because if you found out the real truth, your House of Cards belief system that the Watchtower Society has programmed you with would collapse. Then he goes on and says, countless thousands have been saved by refusing transfusions, but that is something that you do not want to understand. He meant do not want to understand. He says that you do want to understand. I don't argue that, but I'm also stating that others have had their lives prolonged, doubled by blood transfusion therapy, particularly people with sickle cell anemia. And I notice the Watchtower Society never addresses this. But then he goes on and says, countless thousands have been killed after taking blood too. Well, I'd like to see the evidence of the countless thousands, JWTruth. And I could also show you my friend who is in his 60s today with sickle cell anemia thanks to blood transfusion therapy. He then says, watch videos on this. Many have died after being ordered by a court to force transfusions on us, and then died from the transfusions too. That may be true. Some maybe developed immunosuppression. Others maybe they acquired AIDS from blood transfusions. I don't doubt that that has happened as well. But the issue is blood transfusion therapy and sickle cell anemia. Then he says, so get your head out of the sand. Okay. I think I will do that. Then he says, please don't write back. Educate yourself and don't spout out spiritual dribble. Well, it's funny when one of Jehovah's Witnesses talks about spouting out spiritual dribble. And the funny thing here too is where he says, please don't write back. I did not write to you first, JWTruth. You wrote to me. And I responded to you. You then proceeded to block me. So now I made this video, and I'm going to ask the viewers to go to your channel, which I'm putting here in the more info section, and I'm going to ask them to send you this video. So other users, please do this. Thanks.